Hey guys, and welcome to Okami HD release for the PC. If you guys knew, I did a video on just my console, the console version of the game. So let's actually just bring these down a little bit. They're a little bit loud, so I can actually hear myself talk. Essentially, I got the game for the computer. Right now I'm having some finicky problems with the controller for my computer, so I'm gonna try it with a keyboard and mouse setting. Do keep in mind I have played this game before, but I'm more used to the... Thanks game. Anyway, I'm used to the controller, so I'm kind of interested in what they did with the computer version, if it's easier to control, if it's a little bit harder. But I figured I'd drag you guys along to a series that I really wanted to do on the channel for a long time. I just didn't really have enough software to really set it up on the Sony, or the PS2, I should say. So let's just hop in and enjoy Okami. I do believe I turned on minigames for the loading screen. You had a series of buttons, and I'm assuming it's gonna be S or whatever, and you get stuff from it. So I will be quiet and read through the story for you, because this is a beautiful game. Long ago, a tiny hamlet known as Kamiki lays, nestled in a grove of proud and beautiful cherry blossoms. Each and every tree around the quiet bird was honored as a god. However, the village was not without its dark secrets. To satisfy the appetite of Orochi, a fearsome cave-dwelling beast, a young maiden was offered as a sacrifice at the annual festival. With a body like a mountain, and 8 heads mounted on necks the size of tree trunks, its blood-red eyes alone were said to curse anyone who gazed into them. No one dared disobey the horrific beast. When the night of the sacrifice drew near, a mysterious white wolf appeared outside the village. This wolf, its coat as brilliant as snow, was dubbed Shiranui. The wolf kept a watchful eye on anyone who ventured outside the village, and made a habit of patrolling the streets at night. People assumed the wolf to be a familiar of Orochi. She's not. One villager took it upon himself to face the fearsome Shiranui. The warrior, Nagi, attempted many times to challenge the wolf, but his attempts were thwarted by Shiranui's swift movements. Before long, the night of the cursed festival had arrived. A white, plumed arrow heralds its coming sacrifice. Piercing the sky, the arrow sunk its shaft squarely into the home of Nami, the village's most beautiful maiden. Nagi, harboring a secret love for Nami, was enraged by this sign. Determined to put an end to Orochi once and for all, Nagi traveled to the beast's cave in place of his beloved. Moon Cave, a place as dark as evil itself, served as Orochi's home. As Nagi stood bravely before the entrance, a beast appeared, eyes glowing crimson upon 8 thoracic necks. Orochi stood tall before him, anxious for another sacrifice. Nagi leapt with incredible grace, swinging his blade valiantly. On and on he sliced well into the moonless night. But Orochi's hide was like steel, the blade left nary a scratch. Should have got water. I'm regretting not getting water. At long last, Nagi, his energy spent from the intense battle, dropped to his knees, fatigued and gasping for breath. He knew he was staring death in the face. It was then that the wolf appeared. As if to protect Nagi, it stood its ground before Orochi. In the darkness of the cave, the wolf's coat shone brilliantly. Alas, it was Shiranui, the wolf that dwelled outside the village. Bearing its fearsome claws, Shiranui leapt towards Orochi. Orochi reared its terrifying head, readying its fangs for battle. The two beasts struggled wildly, thrashing in the darkness. Mysterious and terrifying, the spectacle continued. Shiranui summoned a gust of divine wind to counter Orochi's flames. As Orochi closed in on Shiranui, sharpened claws glistening, a gigantic tree suddenly sprouted forth, shielding the wolf. Shiranui fought gallantly to gain the upper hand, however. Orochi's protected by the mystical power that's not easily beasted. Shiranui, covered in gashes, majestic coat dyed crimson, stood exhausted before the mighty Orochi. Orochi saw a chance to strike what would be the final blow, but Shiranui refused to give in. With its last ounce of strength, the majestic wolf gazed heavenward and unleashed a mighty howl. Suddenly, the black clouds overhead dissipated. The light from above gleamed off Nagi's sword and became a beacon of hope. Guided by his sword, Nagi, who had been taking shelter in the shadows, stood proud to face his adversary, channeling all of his strength into his scarred and battered arms. He leapt fiercely towards Orochi, his sword poised high. The golden sword danced in his hands like a puppet on a string. But one by one, Orochi's fearsome heads separated from their owner. Orochi's broken body collapsed in a lake of its own blood. In that instant, the curse that plagued the villagers was lifted. As the battle subsided, the sun shone once again in the sky. Shiranui had succumbed to Orochi's poison and struggled to breathe. Nagi scooped the beast in his arms and returned to Kamiki. When they reached the village, Shiranui was no longer moving. The village elder gently stroked the wolf's head. In response, Shiranui let out a hoarse and pitiful bark. Then closed its eyes and drifted off as if into slumber. Did I mention I like this game? Peace had at last returned to Kamiki village. In honor of Shiranui's heroic exploits, the villagers erected a shrine and placed a statue of the wolf within it. Nagi's sword was crimson Tsukuyomi. It's a Japanese word, and placed inside the moon cave. The villagers all looked forward to an age of endless peace. However, this is not the end of our story. There is more to this tale than most people know. 100 years had passed since Nagi and Shiranui's heroic exploits. It happened so quickly that no one in the village even took notice. So I got the graphics at high. They look beautiful so far, but if it dwindles with the game, you're probably going to see the same graphics I saw I'm playing this on the first console. Yeah, my frame rate's starting to drop. Is this the legendary sword? Is this Tsukiyomi? Japanese word. There we go. The sword's now called Japanese word. The sword that banished the dreaded Orochi? No, it couldn't be. It's just a legend. Nothing but a fairy tale. Bum bum bum. Yeah, it's lagging bad. So this is when he should be running. And yeah. The sound is not really correlating with the picture. It might be my recording, trying to limit it, but it shouldn't be. Oh, he who seeks power, he who has broken my bonds. Speak the words, I wish darkness unto the world. Utter that prayer unto me and unleash my power. I hope real gameplay's not that laggy. Because you need all the frame rate in this game. Yay, paw prints! What's the button? What's the button? What's the button? Space? No. Damn it. That's probably off. It did start windowed again, but horrible tragedy suddenly swept over the land. However, there was one village that seemed to escape the Chernobyl curse. The tiny settlement of Kamiki Village enjoyed the protection of a sacred tree. It is here that the real story begins. Enter probably the most erotic character, or one of the erotic characters in this game, Wood Sprite Sakuya. How troublesome. I can't do that voice that long. This is just like an ancient prophecy of doom. What has transpired to bring about such calamity? We must act quickly. There is no time to lose. My power has diminished over the years I've spent protecting this area. Yeah, it's really laggy right now, so sorry about that. I don't have much time left in this world. Amaterasu, now is the time. We have never needed your power more. Shine your divine light upon this broken and polluted world. Let your heavenly rays become our hope as you guide us all. Good morning, pupper. Oh, it's just a little puppy. Okami Amaterasu. Our character. Ah, such divine white light, such beauty and grace. The only one capable of such and wondrous spectacle is none other than our mother and the origin of all that is, Amaterasu. So, if you can't tell, this game is heavily Japanese, and Amaterasu is the god, kind of god of all gods and god of the sun. How delightful to see that the Savior whose brave sacrifice sealed away the evil demon so many years ago has not changed one bit. To bring up in the game too, they have a little bit of the Chinese zodiac as the gods. Like there's a rabbit, there's monkeys and ox and a dragon. Just kind of symbolize the god in this sort of game. And it's really heavily in Japan, like they even call the place here Nippon, which Nippon is Japanese for Japan. So, kind of update on that story side. Seeing you emerge after so many years spent as a statue brings happiness to my heart. Sniff. She cannot be bothered. Amaterasu, gaze above you and take in the condition of the sky. Since your untimely departure from our midst, the world has succumbed to devious and vicious beasts. They have ravaged our fine and bountiful country of Nippon. There you go, Nippon. But never have the circumstances been worse than they are at this very moment. Please use your powers to banish the darkness and punish those who would do us harm. Huh? What is this? Has something stolen its way onto my robe? Ho ho ho. Oh he he he. Ah ha 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 ha. Voice acting 10 out of 10. And here comes... Phew, what on earth? The second character we have. This is basically our Navi. He's interesting. His name is Esun. Ow, 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 ow. Are you nuts? Okay. To explain what I mean by Navi, we use him to communicate with the world. And this game is very much Zelda, but with dog. So, just letting you know, every chest, every item you gain, unless if it's food of a second time you pick it up, will show what the hell it is. Most chests will go, oh, you have this, and then it gives you a short description on what it is. You'll see that a lot in this game, and there's a lot of dialogue. Now, when I mean dialogue, since this is the first time I'm playing this game, I can't skip it. So, I mean, if you guys really want to see the story, by all means, we can keep going. Boy, for a little thing, you sure make a big fuss. I was just trying to make the conversation a bit more interesting. That's all. Were you napping in my clothes again, Bug? Bug, I told you I am 1,000 times not to call me that. I'm a wandering artist. The name's Isun. That's... There's a lot of dialogue in this, like I said, but Isun even has his own backstory. He's not an original character in this game. I'll show you just how great I am. It won't be long till you're bowing before my great brush. Enter scroll. Now this is... A lot of people say this is supposed to be Sakuya. I agree. It looks like Sakuya. Well, what do you think? Even cuter than the real thing, no? What's with you, furball? You look kinda down in the dumps. Actually, you look kinda familiar. Got it. You look just like that statue of Shiranui. Eat. And spit. Whoa, what you think you're doing? Are you crazy? A handsome guy like me should never be covered in wolf slobber. Enter our humor of the game. You'll regret messing with the great Isun. Don't make me use my prize sword. Oh, fucking hell. Demkomora against you. Demkomora. It's interesting, but that's Orochi roaring right now. And he's back on my nose. And why is it so suddenly dark anyway? Oh great God, Amaterasu. I've used all the power I have to protect Kamiki Village. The village lives on. Their spirits lie encased in my fruit. Boobs. Cut it free, and the village will be reborn. I entrust in you. I know that you will lead us down the right path. Only your awesome power can restore life to the world. The trees return to normal, huh? That Sakuya girl sure said some weird stuff. The villagers' spirits are being kept inside the fruit. That's the fruit. That's the girl said. That girl said that. If you cut it down, the village will be restored. But it's awfully high up there if you don't use some kind of special power. The red text is giving you hints on what you're needing to do, by the way. There's no way you can gonna reach that. This darkness is really getting to me too. A lot can happen while you're taking a nap. And that's foreshadowing. And we're in the game. It is a little bit laggy. Okay. Let's go in here. Oh, there's a button to board. The original game had this too. I hope that's not too laggy, but it seems laggy to me, so we'll quickly go through these tutorials. Where are we? It's gotten awfully quiet all of a sudden. I don't remember any place like this in the village. Well, we better keep our eyes peeled. You can use the mouse to look around. C changes your point of view. Boy, you really look so helpless. You sure you're going to be okay? Okay, so C does this. And our mouse should... Oh, I got it. Oh, there we go. So that's my attack. That's dig. Okay, that's... Oh, that's center. I like that. I don't like it. It's too centered, though. One thing, too, is the mouse seems a little bit weird. These right here are save points. He's probably going to talk about this right now. Yep, he is. Hold on. That's an origin mirror. They say once your reflection appears on its surface, your memories will be stored in the mirror for all eternity. Well, to put it shortly, you can save your progress here. It's breaking the fourth wall a little bit, but... And let me give you a little advice. You should save a number of games files. That way you could always go back if you get stuck or something. Gotta be prepared, especially while you're still learning the game ropes. I was expecting him to say game. F to save. Okay. It's probably F to do my mini games. So let's go ahead and save it. And then I will leave this episode here. I'm going to mess with the settings a little bit and see if I can't get the game to run a little bit better. If not, I could just probably plug in my controller in the mouse slot where I have. I'm playing this on my laptop, so I still have a touchpad. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed the story beginning of Okami, and we'll see you in the next episode, hopefully. Peace.